students. I am Mrs. Patil V.S. From Sadhguru Gadge Maharaj College, Karad. As you know, this year our syllabus of 12th standard is changed. According to this new syllabus, today we are going to see the first lesson from your English textbook, An Astrologer's Day, by R.K. Narayan. R.K. Narayan, an Indian novelist, and here we are going to see his first story, An Astrologer's Day. So before going to start the topic, let me begin icebreakers. Let me see the activities under icebreakers. For example, look at this chart given on page number first. Your strengths, why do you feel so, and dream or career related to it. For example, painting and drawing. Why do you feel so? Because you can visualize or express. And the dream or career related to it, it is commercial artist, or you can become a cartoonist. What are other strengths? For example, like communications, because you can express, you can mind, and by this way you can become news editor. So now you can add some your strengths, why do you feel so, or the career related to it. So the next activity it is, you know, there are people with different occupations who sell their wares. The variety of activities at local market. For example, people selling flowers, selling grocery, or people purchasing they require, hawkers selling their items, etc. The next activity, that is astrologer. The common sight we see of an astrologer sitting by the roadside with his professional equipments. So what does he carry? For example, he carries parrots, cards, etc., or notebook, or a piece of cloth, square piece of cloth, and some other things. And he gets all these things and he sits near the road and he tells the future of the people. He is an astrologer. Then there is another activity. Here we are going to see what is. There are common events which are linked with superstitions. For example, a cat crossing your path, or cleaning after sunset, or nail biting at night. These are some superstitions, and there are some means which are linked with these. And there are some also ways to eradicate these superstitions. Like for example, we can create the scientific attitude in people, or you can educate people and you can eradicate such superstitions. On all these things, now we are going to see the topic which is related to all these things, that is an astrologer's day. What is astrologer means? Astrologer means a person who predicts or who tells about the future of the people. Here are some things we are going to see through this topic. R.K. Narayan, as I have told you, he is a famous Indian novelist, and the present story, which is related to common people life, and all other stories of Narayan are peculiarities of human relationships. So let me see. Punctually at midday, he opened his bag and spread out his professional equipment, which consisted of a dozen cowrie shells, a square piece of cloth with obscure mystic charts on it, a notebook, and a bundle of Palmyra writing. So he is an astrologer. He goes to the place where he goes to sit there in a village typically, and having such things. What does he carry? For example, cowrie shells. Cowrie shells it is a sea animal. For example, मराठीमध्ये त्याला कवडे असे म्हणतात. And obscure mystic chants. Obscure means which is difficult to understand. Mystic, again, you cannot understand easily. There are some charts, something have written there, and we cannot understand what he has written on these charts. Then bundle of Palmyra writing. Some writings he carries, and what he has written generally doesn't. Some common people don't understand what he has written there. His forehead was resplendent with sacred ash and vermilion, and his eyes sparkled with a sharp, abnormal gleam, which was really an outcome of a continuous searching look for customers, but which his simple clients took to be a prophetic light and felt comforted. So this astrologer every day goes to sit there. Here he has a typical place to sit there, and some common people gather around him. And according to this appearance of this astrologer, all these people gather around him, and they want to understand about their future. So this astrologer makes his appearance like this to attract people in this way. The sacred ash, resplendent sacred ash, he placed on his forehead. Or also there is vermilion. Vermilion means dark red. Dark red color he used to his forehead. The power of his eyes was considerably enhanced by their position placed as they were between the painted forehead and the dark whiskers which streamed down his cheeks. Even half-wit's eyes would sparkle in such a setting. So this astrologer attracts people towards his work and whatever he is telling people, and all this appearance he has made about himself, that this is the vermilion, or forehead is there is ash, sacred ash he puts on his forehead, and this mystic charts he carry, cowrie shells, and all these things he takes with him, and the people want to understand what is about their future, and in this way this particular astrologer sits there. Even the effect, he wore a saffron colored turban around his head. Saffron colored turban, त्याच्या कपाळावर तो एक असा केशरी रंगाचा एक कापड असं बांधत असतो तो. And this color scheme never failed. People were attracted to him as bees are attracted to cosmos or dahlia stalks. He sat under the boughs of a spreading tamarind tree which flanked a path running through the town hall park. He would sit under the tamarind tree. Tamarind means चिंचेच्या झाडाखाली तो बसलेला असायचा आणि येणाऱ्या लोकांना त्यांचं भविष्य सांगण्याचा प्रयत्न करायचा. It was a remarkable place in many ways. A surging crowd was always moving up and down this narrow road from morning till night. So there was a crowd nearby him, or the road is full of all other vendors are also there. Other types of things they are giving to people, such as a variety of trades and occupations was represented all along its way. Medicine sellers, sellers of stolen hardware and junk, magicians, and above all an auctioneer of cheap clothes who created enough din all day to attract the whole town. So such kind of typical scene we see in village or in local markets. So these all are the people who are selling their things, different kind of things, different kind of sellers. They would sell their things, making such kind of din. Din means the noise. Next to him in vociferousness came a vendor of a fried groundnut, who gave his ware a fancy name each day, calling it Bombay ice cream, and one day on the next Delhi almond, and on the third Raja's delicacy, and so on and so forth. So this person, the groundnut vendor, he goes to give some different kinds of names to his ground he attract the people towards his wares, such as he tells ice cream, look at this ice cream like my groundnut, or look at this Raja's delicacy, almond. So different names he would give to these things, especially his fried groundnut, and he would attract people towards him. Then a considerable portion of this crowd dallied before the astrologer too. The astrologer transacted his business by the light of a flare which crackled and smoked up above the groundnut heap nearby. Half the enchantment of the place was due to the fact that it did not have the benefit of municipal lighting. Nearby this groundnut vendor, the astrologer would sit and would take the benefit of the lights created by other people, other shop owners, and not of the municipal light. The facility of municipal light was not there, and that's why he would sit under the lights of other people's shops. The place was lit up by shop lights. One or two had hissing gas lights. Some had naked flares stuck on poles. Some were lit up by old cycle lamps. And one or two, like the astrologer, managed without lights of their own. It was a bewildering crisscross of light rays and moving shadows. So astrologer would take benefit of such lights. It means he doesn't have his own light there for his shop. And all these things, he would sit there and he would carry all these things with him, and this way he would tell people. This suited the astrologer very well, for the simple reason that he had not in the least intended to be an astrologer when he began life. And he knew no more of what was going to happen to others than he knew what was going to happen to himself next minute. This astrologer is not trained astrologer, or he has not studied any astrology typically. So what does he tell people? So whatever things he knows, it means he has studied the minds of people. He has studied the people in villages especially. And actually when he turned to this village, before this, coming to this village, he was in the next village. In other village he lived there. But when he came in this village, he started to telling people their future, and he started his business of astrology. And that is where here the place where he sits, it suited well to him. And he knew no more about what was going to happen to others than he knew what was going to happen to himself in the next minute. Or how does he know? Because he doesn't have studied anything. That's why he has no knowledge, the correct knowledge or the detailed knowledge about his field. But he tells people whatever he, ideas, thoughts comes in his mind, he tells people in this way. He was as much a stranger to the stars as were his innocent customers. Yet he said things which pleased and astonished everyone. That was more a matter of study, practice and shrewd guesswork. In this way, whenever and whoever come across him or come in contact with him, he would tell people, and he would satisfy people by telling something. His shrewd guesswork. It means shrewdness here means good at judging people, clever. So he is very clever in this thing. He can judge people cleverly, and that's how he tells people. More matter of study practice. All the same, it was as much an honest man's labor as any other, and he deserved the wages he carried home at the end of the day. So whatever charges he would take from the people, and he goes to his home at the end of the day, and he deserves that, because he was satisfied with his earnings, because he has no any knowledge of people's life, or he has no any detailed study he has done about his job or business. That is why whatever he has got from the people, he goes to home and he becomes happy. He had left his village without any previous thought or plan. If he had continued there, he would have carried on the work of his forefathers, namely tilling the land, living, marrying, and ripening in his cornfield and ancestral home. So by this way when he was in another village, then he lived there. Now he has left that village and he has turned in the other village without any previous thought or plan. Just he has left the village and he has now settled in this village. But if he had continued to live in that village, what he had done, he might have done some other things like some field works as his forefathers had done, namely tilling, living or marrying and ripening. So all the activities which are related to agriculture or farming, he had been done there, all these things. But he has left that village. Now he has owned in another village and he lives there now. He had to leave home without telling anyone, and he could not rest till he left it behind a couple of 100 miles. So along from that place, from his before he lived previous village, he lived there. Now he was left that village and now he is in that very long way he has travelled and he is now in this village. To villager it is a great deal as if an ocean flowed between. He had a working analysis of mankind's troubles, marriage, money and the tangles of human ties. Long practice had sharpened his perception. Within 5 minutes, he understood what was wrong. He charged 3 pies per question. Never opened his mouth till the other had spoken for at least 10 minutes, which provided him enough stuff for a dozen answers and advices. Now here in this village, he has started his business to telling the future of the people. He comes here and sits under this tree, typical tree, and he tells. He had working analysis of mankind's troubles. The astrologer has enough knowledge about people or human life, their troubles, marriage, money, and tangles of human ties. Long practice had sharpened his perception. And after this, all these things, or he has understood, or he has studied the mind of the people, and now whatever he tells people, people try to believe him. Or he charges 3 pies per question. Never opened his mouth till the other had spoken for at least 10 minutes, which provided him enough stuff for dozen answers and advices. So how does he start his work? First of all, he tells people, before telling something to people, he listens. So he asks some questions to people, or you listen the people for some minute, and after that, whatever knowledge, whatever things provided by him, or provided by people to him, he tries to guess something, and then only he tries to advise people, or he tries to give answers, dozen answers to people, and those answers are fitted or which are very perfect to the people. When he told the person before him, gazing at his palm, in many ways you are not getting the fullest results of your efforts. 9 out of 10 were disposed to agree with him. Or he questioned, is there any woman in your family, maybe even a distant relative who is not well disposed towards you? So such are common questions he would ask the people, and people would agree him, and they would listen him, and they would agree, or they would get satisfaction from his questions and answers. So such common questions he would ask the people, looking at the people, the gazing at the palm. In many ways you are not getting the fullest results of your efforts. तो लोकांना असं सांगत असेल की तुम्ही खूप प्रयत्न करताय आणि तुम्हाला त्याच्या प्रयत्नाचं यश मिळत नाही, किंवा तो अचानक असा क्वेश्चन करत असेल की तुमच्या फॅमिलीमध्ये कोणी वुमन आहे का. And 9 out of 10 means almost all people would agree or listen that, and they will believe that whatever the astrologer is telling, it is perfect, it is right. Or he questioned, is there any woman in your family, maybe even a distant relative who is not well disposed towards you? Or he gave an analysis of character. Most of your troubles are due to your nature. How can you be otherwise with Saturn? Where is he? You have an impetuous nature and a rough exterior. These are his thoughts about people, or these are his common insights about people. What would he say to people? की लोकांना त्यांच्या स्वभावापर्यंत जायचं, त्याच्याकडे कला असायची आणि त्यानुसार तो लोकांना विचारत असायचा प्रश्न की जे त्यांच्या दे आर रिलेटेड टू देअर लाईफ, दे आर रिलेटेड टू देअर डे टू डे लाईफ, त्यांच्या रोजच्या जीवनामध्ये घडणाऱ्या गोष्टींशी रिलेटेड असे त्याचे क्वेश्चन्स आन्सर्स असायचे आणि त्यामुळे लोकांचा त्याच्यावर खूप विश्वास बसत असायचा. And he would say, how can you be otherwise with Saturn, where he is? You have an impetuous nature. Impetuous, it means impulsive. एक प्रकारचं उतावीळ असं नेचर आहे तुमचं आणि तुम्हाला कशा प्रकारे अशा गोष्टीचं यश मिळेल असं तो लोकांना एक सरळ बोलत असायचा. This endeared him to their hearts immediately, for even the mildest of us loves to think that he has a forbidding exterior. And in this way, astrologer would tell something to people, and he would ask some questions to people, and he would listen people. First of all, he would get some things, get some opinions, or get some knowledge from the people, and then only he would give advice to the people. And all these things were repeated to people, and then only they after that they would believe this astrologer. So this type of astrology he has, this type of business he was running in his village. The nuts vendor blew out his flare and rose to go home. This was a signal for the astrologer to bundle up too, since it left him in darkness except for a little shaft of green light which strayed in from somewhere and touched the ground before him. The nuts vendor, he is now putting up all his things and he is now going to home. He has finished his work that day. So in this way, this is signal for astrologer also, that he has to also complete his work and he has to also collect all his things with him and he has also go to home. This was the signal for astrologer, since it left him darkness except for a little shaft of green light which strayed in from somewhere and touched the ground before him. He picked up his cowrie shells and paraphernalia and was putting them back into the bag when the green shaft of light was blotted out. Now he was going to collect all these things. Here word paraphernalia, it means a large number of small articles used in a particular activity or personal possession. It means what does he carry? All the things, cowrie shells, piece of cloth, or mystic charts, Palmara writings, all other things the astrologer has carried. And now he was going to pick up all these things, and paraphernalia means all these other things. And he was also going to complete his work of that day. He looked up and saw a man standing before him. He sensed a possible client and said, so as soon as he was going to complete, or he was going to collect all these things into his bag, he had seen a person. He sensed a possible client and said, you look so careworn. It will do you good to sit down for a while and chat with me. And he asked the person, if you want to listen something from me, sit down, let me tell you something. The other grumbled some reply vaguely. The astrologer pressed his invitation, whereupon the other thrust his palm under his nose, saying, you call yourself an astrologer? So the person who was looking at astrologer, who challenged astrologer that you are an astrologer, म्हणजे त्याला एक चॅलेंज केलं की काय तू स्वतःला ॲस्ट्रॉलॉजर समजतोस. This astrologer felt challenged and said, tittling the other's palm towards the green shaft of light, yours is the nature. Oh, stop that. The other said, tell me something worthwhile. Yours is a nature means he has started to telling something to that person. He first of all called him to sit down. Let me tell about your future. Let me tell something about your future. Sit down. So this way he was telling, or he was demanding, astrologer was demanding from that person, and that person said to stop that. All the other things he was not going to read, he was not going to listen from this astrologer. So he said, just said, oh stop this and tell me something worthwhile. जरा जास्त योग्य असं काय असेल तर मला सांग. हे जे ॲस्ट्रॉलॉजर म्हणून जे काही सांगतात त्या काही गोष्टी मला सांगू नकोस. Our friend felt piqued. I charge only 3 pies per question. At this, the other withdrew his arm, took out an anna, and flung it out to him, saying, I have some questions to ask. If I prove you are bluffing, you must return that anna to me with interest. So astrologer announced him that I would take 3 pies per question. And what do you get out to be good enough for your money? At this, the other withdrew his arm, took out an anna. Astrologer said, मी प्रत्येक क्वेश्चनचे 3 पाईज घेतो, चार्ज त्याचा त्यांनी सांगितला. आणि त्या माणसाने, तो जो एक स्ट्रेंजर, एक नवीन व्यक्ती तिथं आलेला आहे, त्यांनी सांगितलं की त्यांनी एक आणा त्याच्याकडे, त्याच्या दिशेने फिरला. I have some questions to ask. If I prove you are bluffing, you must return that anna to me with interest. So I want to listen something interesting from you. So I want some perfect answers of my questions, and I have some questions to ask. If I prove you are bluffing, here bluffing means फसवणे, थापा मारणे. So if you think that I am telling something wrong to you, you can take your anna's return. So he said, if you find my answer satisfactory, will you give me 5 rupees? And suppose I give you satisfactory answers to you, you have to give me 5 rupees. Would you? No. Or will you give me 8 annas? Suppose you are not going to give me 5 rupees, then will you give me 8 annas? तर तुला 5 रुपये नाही तर तुला 8 annas मला द्यावी लागतील. तू देशील का? असं त्यांनी त्याला पॅक्ट केलं त्याच्यासोबत. All right, provided you give me twice as much if you are wrong, said the stranger. This pact was accepted after a little further argument. So the person, the stranger, was ready to give 8 annas if he was correct. Whatever things, whatever answers the astrologer would give to the stranger, if these are the correct answers and if these are the correct things, the person, the stranger, would give him 8 annas. And this is the thing, this is the pact accepted by this person. The astrologer sent up a prayer to heaven as the other little child. And this way, now what astrologer had told that person, we will see in the next lecture.